Hi guys, bit of a last minute video preparation thing happening here. I swear someone's trying to mess with my head on trying to get a video out to you today. I couldn't get on the normal page and I wanted to do this video outside of the group. But anyway, so we're in the group and I will move this video outside the group. But this is the video tip on Get the Universe Working for You. Get the universe working for you. If you're anything like me, once upon a time, feels like another lifetime, I didn't know what universal laws were. I didn't know that they existed. I didn't know that I had to pay attention to energy. And coming from an abused childhood and a very disconnected childhood, I just thought I was a victim, and I wasn't thinking about what am I thinking, what am I projecting. I wasn't self-aware at all. All I knew was that I was I didn't even know, but I was in pain, so therefore that's the energy that I'm carrying with me. I'm feeling like unfair things have been done to me, yet I didn't consciously say that. And I would notice that I would attract these unfair situations at work, in relationships. And if I look back now, I would see that I would be going, that's so unfair, and I'd be trying to fight for my rights and so forth. So you're not taught this at school, and nobody tells you. Not even my mum told me. My mum would just say, just get over things. And so it's been a bit of a journey to recognize that everything starts with energy. That is science. That is what I'm talking about, is a science, and there's scientific proof that everything is based on energy before it turns into the physical. But our whole planet's reversed, right? It teaches you the opposite. And this is where you got to be open-minded. You've got to go, you know what? I've got to open my mind, because what I've been taught isn't working for me. If you look at everything, you go, I've got to actually find my own thoughts, and I've got to work this out myself. Because if I go with mainstream stuff, mainstream media, mainstream medical, mainstream schooling, mainstream anything, politics, then it ain't going to work. And it's actually quite reversed. And if you look at what you're taught in school and how it's very logical thinking, it's about rote learning, history, a dark history. Nothing is really creative. Nothing really is about energy and emotions and feelings and your self-worth. Because if you think about that, that's the most important thing in life, isn't it? Because you can be the smartest person on the planet, but life may not work for you. And I'm going to talk about that, how you can be smart, you can know things, but it's not necessarily means that you're going to be happy, right? And isn't happiness above everything? Because what is anything that is really worth? What's money worth? What's fame worth? What's a prestige? What's really anything worth if there's no peace and happiness in it? So that's where law of attraction kicks in, because hey, you can have it all. So the last video I talked about is I'm going to see if I can also bring someone on if they've got a question about how to make sense of why you're not progressing. I can do that on this video, because we're going to talk about the people around you, okay? And they're a reflection of you. They are affecting you. So you've got to be so if you're self-aware and go, okay, so who are the people around me? What are their thoughts? How do they think about money? What do they think about their own self-worth? Hey, Jacinta, what do they think about their self-worth? What do they think about advancing themselves? What do they think about holistic healing or universal laws? Whatever their beliefs are, I promise you, they're going to affect you in some way or other. Even if they're supportive and they say, I support you, in some way they can be. You got to look at the amount of, I mean, you got to really look at them too. But if they're specifically dogmatic, they can affect you. But then there are some looking at, and these are the people that are really awesome. There are people that are completely, they have a way of being, which is fine, or thinking, but they don't impose it. They're not judgmental. The most non-judgmental people are actually the best people to hang out with, because then they go, you know what, I'm cool. And when they're not judgmental, they're not going to put energy on you. So they're the best people, the non-judgmentals. And that means that, you know, you need to be non-judgmental to get that, which means non-judgmental means that everyone's allowed to be exactly how they want to be. Yeah. Hey guys. So, you know, they got to be, you know, allowed to be you're allowed to let them be. They want to be negative, they're allowed to be. They want to be, you know, judgmental, they're allowed to be. They can be all those things, but you need to decide whether they're going to enter your energy field. Now, this whole journey of discovering that life is based on a universal law, as in energy first, is this process that I've been doing to heal myself. And I didn't recognize its complete power until the creation of forensic healing. Because what is forensic healing? It tells you what lies behind a condition, yeah? What lies behind the creation of your bad finances, your relationship problems, you know, the person that you just went to the shop and then somebody was rude to you, the car accident, or the positive. You know, you receive a beautiful gift, you get a beautiful phone call, you get beautiful feedback, anything, like every single thing. So I've got a little thing to test you on. This is how you'll test your level of understanding of universal laws. And of course, it's a journey. And then I've written it down. When something happens, good or bad, you say, I created this, and how? If you don't like it, I created it. How did I create it? If you like it, I created it. This is so great. Okay, so hello everybody, and Shannon and from Canada. So lovely to see you. All right, so this is what you are to look at, the energy of people around you, or sometimes there's a distant person. So what will happen to me is I'll go, you know, random people show up in my life, and I'll go, how come I attracted that type of person? Why have I attracted somebody that might be dogmatic or might be narrow-minded? And I start looking at my current circle. I start looking at who's around me. I start looking at where is that energy already sitting in me. If I, first of all, I look at myself, am I like that? And if I can go, you know what, I am not like that. But then I go, okay, what is my thinking? And I check that off. No, that's not in my thinking. So then I start looking at people that are close to me, and then they sit in my energy field, and then it starts bringing more of the same back. Yeah? So Feb 11th. What's Feb 11th? What's on February 11th? I'm going to check, Lynn. What do we got on February 11th? I'm just going to check. Someone says they're looking forward to February 11th. Oh, Melbourne Essentials. No. Oh, Brisbane Essentials. Okay, sorry. I don't know where I am half the time. All good. I'll be there. February 11th, it's like, it's so close. And I'm thinking, oh, I've been, you know, in my own little world over here. All right, guys. All right, so you say, what about people who are physically, hang on, what about who are physically hurt, raped? Do you really think that they created that? Where do you stand this? Look, that's such a great question, Christy. People that are severely traumatized, raped and all that kind of thing. Now, makes me emotional. I can't justify, I never justify physical harm or emotional harm or torture or any of that. That's the one question that still sits lingering that I really, really can't answer. But I can tell you this. I will tell you this. Anytime, and whether it's they say it's supposed to be the evolution of your soul, that when you have the contrast, you have this evolution of the soul. And I can't answer that, because I would not say to, I could just not never do it myself. I could never say, oh, you should go through something traumatic so that you grow. And it's amazing how people can survive things, but it can severely damage them, but it can severely push them in a direction. What I'll say is this, I do know this, that those people that get stuck in life, those people that don't progress, and often it can be from a lot of abuse, usually when they've had a really traumatic childhood, that's a big block. But those that can supersede that, can change incredibly. And anyone that's had, I've noticed if you watch, people say, you know what, things just got so shit that I decided to change. You know, it's supposed to be growing your soul. We're supposed to be expanding ourselves. Well, there are many planets out there. There's many universes, and some of them are darker than this planet Earth. And it gets me stumped, that question. Gets me stumped. And I often think, you know, like I come here and I go, well, did I ask, you know, was that my karma to have sexual abuse and so forth? And I start thinking and going in and I look at everything that's happened to me. And I personally believe that I actually agreed. And I never used to believe this, that, oh yeah, I agreed to have certain things done to me. That's something that I couldn't say, and I couldn't believe, because the pain was so bad. I'm like, don't ever insult me and say that I contracted myself to this. It felt like such an insult, but now I will actually look at it, now that I've superseded and I've become beyond that. I look back and I go, my God, I actually tick everything off, and I go, you know what, I did agree to come into this life to endure that so that I would work out how to reverse it. Because when I look at what I've created, and now that I'm looking from above and looking in, I'll say, I'm part of helping humanity evolve in the way that I've had to evolve. So that's my part, and I'll actually agree to that. You know, but it's something, and it's a very fine line when you watch abuse, you hear about abuse, you see the trauma, you see the chaos of how to elevate your energy so that you don't become more of the problem and create that energy. It's a really fine line. It's sort of, it's something to navigate these universal laws. It takes trial and error. It takes your gut feelings. Yeah, thanks. I know, Christy. I didn't really answer it that clearly. And one day I might be able to answer it more clearly. But the answer that I'll give you when there's such trauma and stuff, I will say that people are an evolution of their soul, so they have imprints in their soul. So part of the imprints could be from abuse before, so therefore the abuse keeps continuing, because that is universal law. And so, and if we fail to heal it, and we don't choose to heal it, because some people get to that, you know, they just stay in their stuff, they don't evolve. And, you know, the more we evolve, and I think then we'll be able to look back and see, and the more we become neutralized to these horrors, really, the more, and then elevate, and then become part of the solution. If our energy is clean and healing, we are part of the solution. All right. So let me just see if I've got any more questions about anyone wanting to. I want to see, does anyone want to hop on so I can see how this works when, yeah. Okay. Christy, can I see if I can bring you on? I want to see if I can bring you on. I don't know. I don't think I can. I want to try this whole thing out. This is all very new to me. Let's see if we can bring someone on there. Request you to be broadcast. Okay, so let's pop Christy. I want to see if I can bring you on. Christy, there we go. Oh, I think you have to ask. Oh, I can add Jessica. I think you kind of have to ask to come on. Yeah. Okay, so. All right. So, okay, so for this tip for this week will be to analyze, so you can see, and to analyze the people around you, because in that you'll see yourself, you'll see that you've either, if you've got negative people and you go, well, I'm not negative, you have to go, well, where is it in my energy field that I think that I have to compromise to have negativity? Where is it that I, maybe if they're angry, do I have some anger deeply stored inside me with unresolved stuff? And the other day I saw a girl, and she was super nice. She's very nice, and she's, not judgmental and that kind of thing. But I've noticed twice, there was 2 stories, and I was actually there when one happened, was a customer was completely rude to her. And then she had a altercation with one of the other staff members who was super rude to her and sort of blaming her. And I said to her, well, there could be a couple of things. She could have a curse on her, but really when we looked at it, I saw that she had unresolved anger towards her father. And that was sitting inside her, and she sort of brushed it off and said, no, I've kind of dealt with it, but she hadn't really. So that starts to surface and show up around her. And that's where she needs to resolve this anger towards her father that, I think she felt abandoned, or she doesn't feel loved, or whatever that is. And that is a universal law. So this is how universal laws work. If you look at energy, if you look at something, it starts with an energy, and then you have to trace it back to you first, because you are the creation of this world around you. So you just keep going back. I've created it, so what is it? Because there are many aspects. I'll tell you just some of the aspects. You can have bad karma when there's negativity and you're blaming people, and I've seen that one. That's a huge block. The bad karma really has to change. Or you have low self-worth and guilt, and then so you allow things. Or, that's your belief, so it's matching who you are. And or you have curses on you, or you need to evolve yourself more spiritually. So there's sort of those other, you can look at those things that are sitting in your energy field. Now, forensic healing is the ultimate tool to analyze and look at that. But you can be a detective of just day-to-day life. I'll go around and I don't use my book. If I'm at home, I'll go, unless it's really big, and I'll go, I have to remove something from me, but I'll just be going, okay, so what is it in me? Where's this stored? And I'm going to release it. What do I have to change? What do I have to change? And that's why you've seen me evolve so quickly, because if I keep looking in and I say to myself, some things do come from past lives. Because this is the opportunity for us to free our soul. I'll look at, so anyway, this is, that's so crazy, this video. Video 2 of Get the Universe Working for You. And I'm going to see if I can bring you on next time. I think you have to ask to come on to this video, post your questions, and it will be usually in the Facebook group. But technology is another way that energies come through and block. And as you could imagine, me with the things I want to do to free people, I'm very targeted, and I'm extremely targeted. But you know what? Even though I am targeted, I use the laws to protect myself. They have their ways of targeting. The outside world has ways of targeting, and as part of it sits in ourselves. What I do is I clear myself, but I use the laws and I use the energies as best I can. So it's almost like an invisible shield. Now, of course, it's an evolution. It's not like the shield just gets thicker and thicker and stronger as I start using these laws. And you are part of my protection as much as I am part of yours. And that's how this works. Because being on your own and trying to just protect yourself and being separated ain't going to be it. You have to connect. I promise you. That's why I keep encouraging women to connect and share and love and support, because then you build another part of your protection. If you're wanting protection, if you're wanting to stretch yourself, you need to connect to others and bring your tribe in and come close. And that's what I offer in Forensic Healing. I offer guaranteed supportive and protection. Now, If it doesn't turn, if it's not looking like you're getting support and protected, then you need to look at yourself. And, you know, that's just how this works. All right. You're welcome to join me on the next week's webinar. And hopefully I'll work out how to get this in Forensic Healing page instead of this group so the public can look at this. And you're welcome to join our Forensic Healing Facebook group if you want to be part of that tribe. So just search for that. And you're welcome to come over to my Forensic Healing website, hang out there, get a free startup course. And I am going to be creating this new Get the Universe Working for You course, because I love this. I love the laws. I love to, it's like, you know what, being a lawyer, you like get off, you get free. I'm going to get you free from the planet. This is like amazing. All right. So blessings and love, and thank you for your support and awesome energy, and let's get the universe working for us. Mwah. Ciao.